we have to be in community to discern leadings and being led. You need community because our intellect, our will, our ego are extremely powerful. And so what'll happen is that you think that you have a leading, but your ego takes over or your will takes over, and you need a community to be with you to help discern what is really coming through. Not for the community to tell you what's coming through, but to reflect back to you what they're hearing. Because you're the one that needs to determine what that true vibration is inside of you. And it's vibrations. It's vibrations. And I've been practicing this for so many decades now that I know when truth is being revealed to me. It's a different feeling in my body. And I know when my will is doing something because it's different feeling in my body. And so you practice this long enough, you start to see the patterns. You start to feel the patterns of when you're led. And so speak when spoken through. I mean, that's a really critical one. Don't go to a meeting, don't speak unless you're spoken through. Now, if you don't speak and you're being spoken through, you're going to know it. I mean, you're going to feel jittery. You're going to feel like I didn't do what I needed to do. Or if you think you spoke because you were being spoken through, but you weren't, you're going to feel it when you sit down. You're going to be questioning what just happened. You're going to wonder. I mean, the feedback loop is really important in your body of what just took place. There are somatic practices, body-based practices. So I, at a very young age, at 23, I was introduced to a man named Moshe Feldenkrais and the Feldenkrais method. And I was in back spasms for, I think at that point, 5 years, increasing bad back spasms. I had a back injury in high school, my senior year, playing sports, and left high school wearing a back brace and stuff like that. And so I found Feldenkrais method, and Moshe, it was a neuromuscular repatterning methodology, and so I got into his training because I'm a very slow learner, and it's a learning methodology. And so, and I knew, my back spasms were being reinforced by the ways that I was walking, the ways that I got up, the way that I opened doors, the way I was living my life. And so I went into his training, and it was 9 weeks a summer for 4 summers in a row. And the first 2 summers, it's 4 hours a day, 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the afternoon. He has you laying on the floor for 4 hours a day, 5 days a week for 9 weeks at a time. And I did that for 2 summers. By the end of the second summer, my back spasms were gone. And I had retrained. He had led us through these movements called awareness through movement. Like yoga, but it's not yoga. It's a very different thing. It's a brain repatterning methodology. And so I, at a very young age, 23, went into, you could call it a monastery, though Feldenkrais was an atheist, but it was a very somatic-oriented approach. And I think that's fed me well over time.